What's up, you guys? I know this is a little late. I let the holiday interfere with my YouTube schedule. But yeah, had a great time. Got to see my brother who just finished boot camp with the army, and so I got to see him before Christmas. Got to see him at Christmas. Got to hang out with my family. Ate a lot of good yummy food. Um, Within reason. That was one of the things that I kind of want to talk about in this video. Is eating around the holidays. But before I get to that, I let's see. This week, I already started off this week with a big PR. I squatted 500 pounds for 6 reps, which is that's like a 25 pounds PR for like a set of 6, and it was easier than I intended for it to be. It was supposed to be like RP 9. I would say it was probably closer to RP 8. Definitely could have added like another 10-ish pounds. But that kind of helps me feel more confident in one, the plan of bulking, getting up to close to 230, 225, 230, and it just makes me feel more confident in where my strength is at right now. So I've got a planned 510 to 525 ish deadlift triple. I was gonna take it a little bit more conservative, but based on how I'm feeling right now, I think that will still be leaving enough room in the tank for it to be around RP 8. And then I got the go ahead for a RP 9 single on bench, which basically means I get to max out. I don't know. I honestly have no idea where my bench strength is at right now. So that'll be fun to see, kind of see where I'm at. But anyway, so for the rest of this video, I wanted to talk about nutrition. I've already done a video talking about nutrition, I believe. But when it comes to the holidays, people get a little bit weird about eating. They kind of freak out. They don't know if they feel guilty, like they're cheating on their diet, or they they don't cheat on their diet and thus they avoid eating awesome holiday food, which is super sad. And this video, like, what my opinion on this is not like a definitive answer. It's not, if whatever you're doing works for you, keep doing it. I'm not here to say that I think any opinion is wrong. The way that I see and the way that I find helpful for myself, especially when I'm like cutting, is taking a conservative approach and just knowing that you are going to want to eat yummy food and you should be able to do that. So what are some strategies that you can do around the holidays? The easiest thing that I know how to do, first of all, is just portion control. If you want to try a little bit of everything, go ahead and try a little bit of everything, but you don't have to pile up your plate and go back for thirds, you know what I mean? Especially if you're cutting. If you're bulking and you're worried about your macros, but you've already hit your protein goal, or you're going to hit your protein goal through the turkey and ham that you're going to be eating, the holidays are a time where I'd say it's okay to let loose a little bit, right? But if you're cutting, people ask me about how to track during the holidays, and you can guesstimate a lot of these things. If you know that your mom buys cranberry sauce from a specific brand or whatever, you can look at your plate and go, okay, well, I know about how dense cranberry sauce is this little portion that I put on my plate is probably about 2 ounces, 3 ounces, whatever, however much you put on there. And you can put that in your phone. Even if all of your guesses are kind of off, you at least have a general idea of how much you're eating and of what you're eating. Of course, you could bring a scale and be that weird guy. Not that I think there's anything wrong with that. I have done that in the past where I've had scales out. But the point being, like, it's okay to guess, on the holidays. The second strategy that I would suggest is if you are, you're in a deficit and you're eating a certain number of calories per day leading up to the holiday, I would say take a few days where you specifically go, an extra 100 calories or maybe, 200 calories below what you have been eating previously, or like where you should be at, so that you have more wiggle room the day of. And then, for the next couple days after the holiday, you can go do the same thing where you take another 100, 200 calories below what you're, supposed to be eating for your level of deficit. And that way, even if you did go overboard, like let's say that you have been eating a 200 calorie deficit and on Christmas you ended up eating in a 800 calorie surplus. Well, if you took the precautions 2 days before and were 200 calories below that, you were in a 400 calorie deficit already, that you're at a place where you didn't really do too much damage. And then 2 days after, you're completely offset and you're back on track. You can go back up to your normal 200 calorie deficit and keep dieting. I know, I'm posting this after Christmas, so it's a little late, but for anyone who is watching this and has been feeling guilty or is looking for strategies for the future, those are the two things that I have done and that I would recommend for your mental health more than anything. With those in mind, going into holidays, you shouldn't be feeling guilty. You shouldn't have to feel like you're doing something dirty or wrong or gross. It's a time to celebrate. It's a time to have good food and be with your family and just, enjoy yourself. So, whatever strategy you use, just go in knowing, like, no matter what, at the end of the day, it's just one day. And if you really are just taking care not to go way overboard, it's really not going to make that huge of a difference. Now, if you let that derail you, and after Christmas, you spend the next 3 weeks just eating whatever, then yeah, that's not good, and that's gonna mess you up. And in that case, I can understand why someone maybe would feel guilty about their eating, but generally speaking, that's not the case. So, anyway, this video will probably include all the lifts from this week. If you're watching it, I guess you'll know. I'll probably have the clips playing while I'm talking right now. And next block, I'm not sure what my coach has planned for me, but right now I'm 219 pounds. I don't know if I'm gonna go all the way to 225, or sorry, all the way to 230 pounds. The last video, I had said that I was probably gonna stay 225, not 230, but I'm feeling pretty good with the rate of weight gain that I'm at right now. I'm kind of ahead of schedule. I don't know where it's gonna take me, but I'm excited. I've been thinking about competing. It's only been, a month or so since my last meet, and I'm already excited to get, to enter competition. But I've got like a year before that comes. So it's going to be interesting, and I'm excited to see how these next few blocks go while I'm still, gaining some weight. So anyway, hope you guys are excited too. I'll see you in the next one.